Welcome back to TechKidFX for another Agix price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Agix chart, which at the time of this recording is holding above the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as support for us to continue gearing up. We have also managed to break above a very significant high at around the $0.5 mark. We have also continued to obey the Elliot structures, where we had been seeing a bit of a breakdown to the lower side in the formation of these wave 2, and also managed to get into the minimum retracement area between the $0.35918 mark and the $0.28214 mark in a move that gave us a low at around the $0.28915 mark. And I believe that having managed to get into the minimum retracement area, we have now bottomed out in the formation of that wave 2, and whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of this impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of these higher Elliott wave count 3. And before I get further into the technical analysis and also sketch out my target areas to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership, and allow me to first give you the fundamental analysis as to why Agix is giving us a massive run up to the upper side at the moment. And you can see that here on my Twitter page, on the Elon Musk official Twitter page, you can see that he tweeted something to do with Agix, saying that Agix is going to be great, and this is one of the reasons as to why we are seeing a massive run up on Agix. And this massive run up is being attributed to the influence of Elon Musk, who is tweeting about Agix, and this is not the first time that he's tweeting about Agix. And as long as we have the support of Elon Musk, then there are chances that Agix is going to give us massive run-ups to the upper side, and maybe even get us above the $1 mark. And now getting back to the technical analysis, allow me to first give you a recap of what has been happening, where you can see that Agix, from these low prices that we had been trading within, that is our lower low down there, we started this 1-2 setup to the upper side, and after seeing the 1-2 setup, we started this Elliott wave structure to the upper side, having that as the first wave, giving us a peak at around the $0.67 mark. And after seeing the formation of that wave 1, we started a corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, I was able to come up with a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which is a target area that we have fully maximized. And I now believe that we have bottomed out in the formation of that wave 2, and whatever we are seeing at the moment is a massive run up to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, and sketching out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.30251 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upper side to do. And because of the impulsive nature in the formation of that wave 3, I'm also expecting to see a 5-wave structure in formation within the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 3, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our target areas and also giving us the high for that wave 3 to the upper side. And given the support of influencers, I don't want to say influencers, but big names like Elon Musk, then we have the chance of making it to that high in the formation of that wave 3. And getting back to the Elliott wave structures, I believe we are seeing a 5-wave structure to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 3 here on the 1-hour chart, where you can see that after seeing our low in the formation of that second wave, we have been seeing a massive run up to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3. And by first giving you a measure from this low that we had down here in the formation of this wave 2 to the highs that we have at the moment, you can see that the market is up by more than 95.23%, which is a very massive bounce to the upper side. And before I get to the Elliott wave structures, there are key highs that we need to continue breaking over here for us to continue unlocking higher prices in the formation of that wave 5, that is that higher Elliott wave count 3, and also give us enough confirmation that we are back in the formation of that wave 3. And at the time of this recording, we have managed to break above the first high at around the $0.5 mark, and the next that I'm watching is the high at around the $0.56 mark. And the moment we manage to break above that other high at around the $0.56 mark, then I'll be watching the high at around the $0.67 mark, which is the high for this larger Elliott wave count 1. And the moment you manage to break above that and continue holding above it, then the chances of hitting the 1.3 $6 mark in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 will be so high, and we need to continue watching those highs here on the AGIX charts. And getting back to the microwaves that I'm expecting to see in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upper side, after making our low in the formation of that wave 2, we have been seeing a massive run up, having these as the first wave to the upper side. Then we have seen a corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2. Then I believe this was our wave 3. Then we saw a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 4, and I believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is that wave 5 to the upper side. And getting back to the microwaves that I'm expecting in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 3, for now I don't want to use the Elliot wave structures to give my analysis over here, because there are chances that the impulsive nature that we are seeing here on the AGIX chart is not cooling off any soon, and we just need to watch these highs. That is the high at around the $0.56 mark, because the moment we manage to break above that high, then the next high that we need to watch is the high at around the $0.67 mark, and a break above that could trigger even higher prices in the formation of that wave 3. But we also need to have in mind that at some point we are going to peak in the formation of a larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side, and the moment we peak in the formation of that wave 1, then I'll be expecting a bit of a corrective structure in the formation of a wave 2 before we can continue gearing up in the formation of that wave 3, then expect a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to the upper side. And for those that might have missed out on AGIX when it was trading at around the $0.29 and the $0.28 mark, then I believe that you just need to be a little bit patient so that we can peak in that first wave. Then in the formation of that wave 2, then that will be another perfect entry to get back into AGIX, so that you can be able to ride that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. So that is what I'm expecting here on the AGIX chart. Continue expecting higher prices and continue watching those highs, and also have in mind that at some point we are going to cool off in the formation of that wave 2 to the lower side, which will be another perfect entry to get back into AGIX. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.